You know, with the Earth warming the way it is, viruses have been locked up in glaciers for 10, 20, 30,000 years, are beginning to emerge. One of those, for instance, in Siberian tundra was discovered by Russian scientists recently. So we have to understand that pandemics are part of climate change, and so that's why this report fundamentally focuses on climate change and our need to do something about it. Here is the chart for the month of August 2021. This chart has a Leo sun rising and a Taurus moon. This is the time of the sowing of the seeds, especially seeds of authentic and organic truth. This is because the relationship of the moon to the sun expresses the need for a fundamental reorientation, creatively focused on the future. Certainly, there is a political will focused on improving the lives of people in general, but that will not suffice because it is a compromise between the values of the past and those needed to develop the future. This solar-lunar relationship seeks to validate the need for revolutionary change, but people and government are conflicted about what and how to change, and even debate if it's needed. This chart indicates the need for deep improvements in how we handle three crises. 1, transforming our sense of place and obligation. 2, transforming our economy away from environmental destruction. 3, increasing our ability to survive the first two. If you know your moon and rising signs, listen to them as well. Aries, it is time to jettison past actions based on fear and to value helping others as much as yourself. Now you can let go of the idea that you are not smart enough. Be courageous. Be bold. Taurus, hard work is starting to pay off. Meeting the challenges ahead requires resolving inner conflicts. Your validity is not socially in question. Rather, it is your need to eliminate false fears. Gemini, resolve your inner value conflict and reorder your priorities to feel worthy and complete. Revive your spiritual core and you will have a better, more positive perspective on your life. Cancer, independence means being bold. Guide yourself through intense relationship changes. Find the will you need to advance your career. Resolve inner doubt about your capabilities. Leo, your creative energy is needed to help others cope with limitations and not feel pressured. Your own past wounds taught you the value of compassion. Be among those choosing to help. Virgo, limit procrastination. Use constructive criticism. Serve the highest needs of self and others. You do a lot for others and only a little for yourself. Elevate your value. Transform your direction. Libra, there is so much uncertainty now. Trying to find your way, but feeling confused. A break from the past will eliminate fears that you are not acceptable. Don't give others the power to rate you. Scorpio, you are challenged by conflicts based on your choice of where to live. Past versions of you would crumble and comply with the requests of others. Now you control your life choices. Sagittarius, rather than escaping, hunker down and work on resolving your inner conflicts. Uncharacteristic self-doubt casts a dark shadow over your need to write and express your thoughts. Capricorn, self-renewal powers recycling past conflicts that hold you back. Overcoming inner value conflicts will add to your ability to express yourself truthfully. Forgive rather than resent. Aquarius, Maybe you are a bit too rational. Maybe inner turmoil or confusion makes you want to relocate. Instead, you might want to resolve your challenges and recreate your relationship. Pisces, don't panic. Help is on the way. Get an overview of the changes needed and then take charge of your life and its direction. No need to be afraid of expressing your real feelings. And now I turn to the social-cultural dimension. The most significant thing about this chart is the grand trine linking the Sun, Mercury ascendant, to the south node of the Moon, and that to Chiron. Generally speaking, this conveys the reality of a large and important need for being creative, especially since it connects all three fire signs. Creative energy such as this exists for a purpose, which is found in the squares that are connected to this grand trine. First, the square between Mars-Venus complex in Virgo and the south node in Sagittarius shows that there is a crisis calling for improving our actions and values vis-a-vis what we already know is the truth about climate change. Second is the square from Leo Sun to the Taurus Uranus. Shows people collectively wanting, perhaps demanding, a more positive and aggressive response to climate change, since the cusp of the 10th house is in the last decan of Aries. Lastly, and perhaps most importantly, is the square from the north node of the Moon in Gemini to the Virgo Venus. This too is another aspect of crisis consciousness. It shows that the challenge is to resolve the collective disagreement about the danger and actions needed. With Venus in the second or finance house, the argument is over money, and so is a form of procrastination, as all are in either Virgo or the Virgo decan of Taurus, where we find Uranus in the 10th house of governmental authority, seeking collective success, demanding real change. The full moon on August 22nd falls exactly where the Aquarian Jupiter is on the 1st of August. The full picture should emerge at that time, calling for a new direction and revolutionary changes in our values. What we have this summer, then, is another clear warning about the need to address climate change. If authorities continue to say we cannot afford to directly address climate change without transforming the global economic system, then we are on the verge of losing our home. Religious fundamentalists will likely support the idea that we need a dictatorship to lead us to the slaughterhouse, since they also believe that these are the biblical last days. The basic cosmic question here is, do we have a future? Do we have the will to save ourselves?